578.
Hey, what's going down? What's going on, family? This is AK International, man. I'm back at y'all, man, to finish out this part 2. What I had going on earlier, and I'm coming back to finish the job, and talk about these things that's going on, man. We're gonna jump right back into it. They ask why is the market reacting the way it is? Really, they asking why the market is reacting the way it is. I'm just coming back in off of part 1. Let me get that straight. I'm coming back in off of part 1 today. I'm just coming back in, so I'm just starting where I left off at. And if you missed anything, you can go back and watch the first one. And so now they are asking why, and we're talking about the way the market crashed, and we're talking about what went on in Wall Street, how the market crashed, and how these tariffs is affecting us right now from the tariffs he put on last night at 12 o'clock. So really today at 12 midnight, so that would have been today anyway. So that's why I'm coming back and I'm talking about this same thing that I talked about yesterday, and I already did one video on this today, and I'm just coming back plugging in the other half that I got for you guys. So let me go on and get right back to it. They asked why is the market reacting the way it is? So I don't even know why they asked that question. Really, the question that they're asking is because the tariffs are big and will be disruptive, and they're going to change global trade, and anybody that has any exports to any global supply chain is about to get a whole bunch of more costs and disruption in their system. So basically, from what he did today, it's going to cause everybody to get more cost and more disruption to their place of business, of doing business. And when people are getting import or doing the imports or exports, the exports, they're going to get more costs because they're going to have a higher tariff tax, and they're going to have a higher import tax. And then if they receiving it, they going to have a tariff tax from that country, and the country is going to charge them for import tax. So that means that their country is going to have to charge more for their product in order to see profit. So that means if they're going to do that, guess what? Once the company charges them more, that means the consumer, which is us, we're going to pay more after that, because these people ain't going to take the loss on nothing. So people like me and you, the ones that's going out buying this, we need to buy this and we need to buy that. Guess what? We're going to spend more than we normally would spend on things. That's what I'm saying. These tariffs is no joke. But all this stuff is happening from what went on, and he put them tariffs on them 180 countries as of 12 midnight last night. 180 countries, you put tariffs on them. So anything that we got coming in or going to them, everything is going to cost us more, especially coming in. And if we send something going out, if you got your own personal business corporation that you're doing, and you send it to another country, they're going to charge you that import tax to where it's charging you more money. Either way you look at it, either way you getting charged, and in the other ways we getting charged. And then she asked, let me see. Then she asked, don't almost everyone get exports? Sure, and she and don't everybody get exports, especially the auto markets look like Stelaugens, that little car company. I know I'm not pronouncing it right. Stelaugens, they have two factories that they are going to be ideally one in Mexico and one in Canada. So they got these two different car companies. No, one car company that has two different factories, one in Canada and one in Mexico. And you know that we got tariffs on Mexico and we got tariffs on Canada. We got tariffs on both of them. So what you think gonna happen? It says, and then and I mean that means people at the power training and the stamping facility in the U.S. will not have that work to do. So basically, now since you got all these tariffs, that means these people ain't gonna have that same work that they was getting for the stamping and the training and the power training. Guess what? They don't have that work to do no more. They don't have that work to do no more. I think it's power training transmission. They don't have that work no more. Guess why? Because because they ain't gonna send it to them. Apparently, so that's causing other people than the 900 auto workers that got temporarily laid off. And most of the time you get laid off of jobs, you might as well say you're fired most of the time. So that's the way I look at it anyway. But I'm just giving the right information on what was on the news. But in my eyesight, you can lay me off. You might as well say I'm fired. But they might come back. But like I say, the stamping facility in the U.S. will not have that work to do. Uh, that would have been fed to them by those factories. So basically, like I said, if they ain't got their work to do, so what they gonna do? They're out of a job right now, but behind tariffs. But this man is talking about Trump is talking about, and JD Vance is talking about that. Oh, well, we just dealing with what we got. No, this is a product of what you're putting self-inflicted wounds on Americans by the choices you making to put tariffs on all these people in all these different countries. That's what you're doing. Okay, the factories. That's what international systems looks like on. So basically, they saying this is what the international. This is how the international system works. When you put tariffs, we put tariffs. We do this. We give you work. We don't give you work. So basically, when that happens, that plays people out of their jobs, and now these people are fired. Now these people don't have jobs. If it ain't no work, you don't have a job. I can't have a business and have employees and I ain't got no work for them to do and I'm gonna still pay them. No, that's not how it works. But this is how it works, and this is how it works globally. And then they also said, looks like on purpose, Trump want to break that he wants everything to be made in America. You want everything to be in America. You want all these people to move their companies to America. How many of them companies you think that they're gonna move to America? And like I already said, the cold part about it is that's why a lot of these countries have went to BRICS nation. It's a financial institution where all these countries come together and trade amongst each other. And trades amongst each other. And that's the thing about it. They already had got ahead of the game to make sure that when this here happens, they know what's up. and they see that, this administration is being disloyal and changing a whole bunch of different things around, and people don't have time for that. So they make other sacrifices and go around and do something else different, like you do, and I do. If something is blocking my way for something, I find another way to do it, another way to go around, or I deal with somebody else on the situation. It's the same thing. It's the same thing, you know. So man, it's just wild and crazy, man. Just the way that I look at this, that be going on and this type of stuff to be happening. And then they say, well, it's calculated, it's calculated tariffs on your imports is something like 25% is above the just above the Smoth Holly level of 1930. So starting more at more stating level, steady level at 2.5%. So this is a massive shock for cost of living Americans, and it is a reshaping of global trade. So basically, what they saying here is it's a shocking level, but basically it's super high and it's costly for American people. You know what I'm saying? So just by them doing that is costing us more money, man. Even though this one right here, I really I really just trying to wrap my head around, like, this shit is crazy. It said it is going to really disrupt. It's going is wait, hold on, here go hold on, let me go back here, because this is crazy. I have to really go over that one more time. It's already it says so. It says above the Smith Holly level of 1930, of starting more at the more uh stating level, starting level at 2.5%. So this is a massive shock for the cost of living Americans, and it is a reshaping of global trade. That's crazy. So he's actually trying to, what they basically saying, he's trying to reshape how they do global trade, but in the mix of that, it's going to be up 2.5% from what it was in the Holly in the Holly level in 1930. In 1930. I mean, we trying to go all the way back to 1930 to the Smith Holly level of 1930. So you trying to take it all the way back to here in order to get done whatever you trying to get done. But you're doing this, and he don't even know if this stuff is really even going to work. That's the thing about it. That you're doing this and you don't know. You don't know what's the end game. What happens if it don't work? They already just told us it's going to be costly. It's going to be costly for Americans. And even if it worked, it's still going to cost you for a while. You can't just redo something and then everything just blow up. If you open up a business, it ain't gonna just blow up tomorrow. But who's to say that this is even gonna work? So why are you gambling with everybody else's lives by doing this? With playing this thing, trying to do a global reshaping of the way of trading, and what you think is gonna work? I ain't seen nobody bound down yet. I ain't seeing it. And it is going to really disrupt employment. This is the things that this is going to do. It's going to disrupt employment. We just seen 900 people get temporarily laid off today. Okay. So, and this was within 24 hours. It is going to disrupt employment and investments. We just seen Wall Street fall today. This is just day one. 900 people laid off. Wall Street crash. It's going to affect investment. 401ks they're messing them up, and actively. And actively, the way it's organized the way it's organized globally. And then you got this other cat come on here, Scott Bessent. But Scott Bessent come on here and say that it could be one time price adjustment, but he's saying it could be. It could be. You don't know. You don't know. You have a concept of a plan. You don't know. You're not sure. You know what I'm saying? You know, you talking about it could be a one-time price adjustment. But the way that all these tariffs is going on, even with a price adjustment, it's still going to hurt the American people. But I want you to hear what else he say. He's talking about it. It could be Scott Bessent said that it could be a one-time price adjustment. They do not know what price affects it. It could be, and they are also working on the tax bill. So we living off of it could be. That's like you somewhere and you playing blackjack and you say I could get 21. I could do this. You know, grown folks don't live their lives on ifs and ands. You know, we want to know what the risk is, how much a risk is it, and stuff like that. We ain't trying to live off of if and it could be and it may be and it should be. But this is what they doing. Playing around, throwing stuff out there, see if it sticks. Let's see if it works. But while you're doing all this stuff, seeing if it works, your people are losing their jobs. Y'all already done fired a gang of people with government jobs. You done fired everybody, all these folks with government jobs. People are losing their farms. People in the auto industry is losing. People with auto parts, cars went up. Wine, lumber, all these different things. All these different things is being done while you saying it may be. But this is what y'all was handed. This is what you say. You wasn't handed with all these people with unemployment, the air traffic controllers, all that stuff, planes crashing, all this different stuff happened. That wasn't happening. That wasn't happening in the last administration. All this stuff that you talking about, everything was going upwards. Everything wasn't going down and backwards. So I don't understand. I don't get it. But then you want to turn around and say in the same breath, say this was what you was handed. No, this is what you creating. A whole bunch of havoc, a whole bunch of people that's out of work, people dying on planes, all these plane crashes. You know, I mean, the list goes on and on. You're dismantling Medicare, Medicaid, and the educational system, the Treasury Department, and books in school. You're just doing it all. You're trying to make it where it ain't nothing but private schools. Come on, man. But you want to say you want to keep on blaming this on somebody else. It seems like to me that you somebody that don't like to take responsibility, Trump, for the things that you did, for the things that you created. That's what it looked like to me. You and your administration. But let's move on. Then he also say effect. It could be. He said it could be, and they are also working on the tax bill and for working Americans. Well, let's go there. Let's go there. Scott Bessett. Let's go there about this tax bill that you're talking about. Let's talk about it. Let's speak on it. This tax bill is not for regular people. This tax bill is for billionaires, millionaires. This tax bill ain't for regular working folk. So let's just make it plain on what it is. This is why you cause all this havoc with these tariffs and stuff. You and your Trumps and your JD Vance and Elon and all y'all. This is why you create all this havoc. So now you're gonna get a tax bill, but you're gonna tell the people you're gonna get them they gonna get some tax cut, and they ain't gonna see no tax cuts. They're gonna be paying so you don't have to pay taxes. Because we already know we never got no tax paper from Trump in the first administration. He didn't want to show his taxes and never showed his taxes. So let's just be real about it. Who's these tax cuts for? You, Amazon, Tesla, all these different Bloomberg and all the million and billionaires. Let's just be real on what it is. That these tax cuts you're talking about ain't for us. It ain't for the American people. Let's be real about it. Come on, man. If you keeping it what you keeping it and you all about this life and you all about their life, let's be real about it, man. Just tell the people the truth. Don't tell us the truth sometimes. And even when you tell them the truth, y'all telling lies. Trump, Elon, Vance, and the rest of your cronies, and the rest of your flunkies. Let's be real about what it is. You talking about tax cuts. Tax cuts ain't for us. Say who you talking about. That's what I don't like. Y'all say things you tell a part truth. Just say, hey, this me and my billionaire friends, we gonna get tax cuts no matter what these tariffs do, so we cool. That's why y'all working on the bill. Let's just be real about it, okay? Okay, we got that part done. They said tax reduction will be substantially more. Come on, man. That ain't for us. Hey, and hey, family, don't y'all bite off into that because that's not real. And then now we're gonna go on to this. We done left Scott Bessett with him getting on there telling his lies. Okay. Let's say they say to find a way to deal with the cost, they will have to share them. So basically, we talking about back on the tariffs, talking about the factories and all this stuff, and basically what they saying is companies going to have to. This is what the company said. The company said that companies are going to have to find a way to deal with the costs. They will have to share them with factories. They got three options: share with the factories, absorb it, or pass it on. Pass it on. And a lot of companies and CEOs said prices will have to go up. So here we go. See what the company's saying about the tariffs, about the costs, how they got to pass it on, absorb it, or either prices have to go up for us. So now that's basically what the company just said. These are experts getting this information. I'm getting that information from the experts. I'm just here delivering the message. Somebody told me to deliver the message, and that's what I'm doing. And like I say, the companies and the CEO said prices will have to go up if tariffs. Listen, remember that word tariffs. If tariffs, if tariffs go into place, some more countries. If tariffs go into place, tariffs is already in place, so the price is gonna go up. Period. That's what's gonna happen. That's what it's gonna do. Okay, and then here goes some more countries. Some of these countries I said yesterday, but I'm gonna add on the other countries I got today. But we already know it's at least 180 countries. But as I get the countries, which I don't like to be like, oh, I think I know, so I'm not gonna put the countries that I think and believe. I'm gonna put the countries that I know for sure. Some more countries, they put tariffs on Cambodia, 49% tariffs. That's high. That's high. High. Cambodia, Madagascar, 47% tariffs on Madagascar. Now, mind you, a lot of these countries make your clothes, your shoes, your Nikes, and all this stuff. Not saying this particular one, but some of these countries on here make this stuff, make your clothes, and send all this stuff out here. Cambodia, 49%, Madagascar, 47%, South Korea, 25%. Not North Korea, South Korea. They're supposed to be your friends, but ain't none on North Korea. The ones that ain't supposed to be your friends. Okay. South Korea, 25%. Thailand, 36%. Vietnam, 46%. I mean, all these countries that we deal with on different stuff, clothes, shoes, and all that stuff. But guess what? Uh, these are the people that he's putting tariffs on. These are people that he putting tariffs on, high tariffs. You know, the other tariffs you heard 25%, but on these people, you hearing 49, 46, 47%. The tariffs that they put on these people. India, 26%. Japan, 24%. Taiwan, 32%. China, 34%. European Union, 20%. So these are all the countries that I got so far that he's putting these tariffs on. Okay, so but it's a hell of a lot more because, like I say, it's 180 countries, man. That's a lot of countries to have these tariffs on, bro. And I could even understand if it wasn't hurting the American people, if it wasn't hurting our pocket, if it wasn't taking money from us. You do just the biggest part to kill me most of all, family, is that you know you make it into where we got to pay all this extra money and stuff like that, right? And then all in the same breath, firing people from all these jobs, man. And I know I said it, but I just can't get over it. I'm just connected and tying the two in for what it is. For what it is. You fire all these government workers. You fire the air traffic controllers. You want to shut down the schools, so that'll be no teachers. I mean, these are the things you're trying to do, even if you ain't achieved it yet. That way, it's no teachers, right? So them other people lose their job. The people that work in the kitchen, the janitor, and all that. You want to make all that private. You go in the Department of Treasury and do whatever you want to do up in there. Somebody that wasn't even an elective official, your boy Elon. But you putting all these tariffs and you crashing Wall Street, people's 401ks, people's investments, and all this different stuff. But you run around here, you still throwing all these tariffs on these people, man. What's your real message? What you really trying to do? Because it ain't America first. Because you talking about you want them to bring their companies back to America. That couldn't be it. That don't even make sense. It don't add up. Okay, man. Let me go on and get done with this one, man. Because hey, The more I think about this, man, the more crazy it is. And Trump is talking about uh, long gone uh, through this disruption. You know what I'm saying? I mean, hang on through this disruption, and we're sure over self and of being partners. Okay, he said, hang on through this disruption, and we are sure. Now he told us to hang through this disruption, and the cold part about it, this disruption. Who is he really talking about? Because he couldn't be talking about people like me and you, with all the stuff you're doing, with all the people without jobs, and I forgot, and you want to take Medicare from people and Social Security. But you want them to hang on through another disruptions. How many disruptions you got to do and then blame it on the other Biden administration, basically, and blame it on the administration while you busy tanking the whole country? I don't know how much hanging on that you wanting to do. And he said, hang on through this disruption, and or and we show ourselves of being a unreliable partner. So we showing ourselves to be an unreliable partner to these other people that we do these trades with, that we've been doing these trades with and stuff like that. You know, when you got unreliable people, you know, when somebody show you they're unreliable, what do you do with them? Everybody ain't crazy like this man seemed to think, man. We show all our partners that we are unreliable partner, and it is tariffs on 180 countries, and Trump wants to look powerful, power to shape the world's market power, where he do not need Congress to do this tariff thing. He just say tariffs on tariffs of depend on how the country treats him. So really, basically, you know, this tariff thing too is all about, he don't have to take this thing to the through the House and the Senate in order to just put tariffs on people. He could just do all this stuff executive order and do it. You ain't got to go through nobody to get it done. So I guess that's where he feel like his power lies at. And okay, I'm gonna put tariffs on you unless you do this. I'm gonna put tariffs on you unless you do that, and all this stuff of that nature, man. But basically, man, in a nutshell, what I'm trying to show y'all, family, and the reason I keep just going on and on and on is because here go the end of this. Really, is nothing that I see this administration doing for the American people. And I'm just going to go over it one more time, and I'm going to shut it down, man. Much love to all y'all, man. AK International, like, share, subscribe. But let me get to this point right here. You got the farmers losing their farms. You got the immigrants, folks getting deported, legal or illegal, folks getting deported. You have the Social Security that he wants to get rid of. You have the thing with the private schools that you want to get rid of regular education, and it only be private schools. It's not enough private schools for everybody to go to, but you want to get rid of the schools because you want Americans dumb. Then Social Security for your mama, your grandmama, and them, your daddy. Then you got the Treasury Department. where your boy getting all these government contracts. You get rid of the air traffic controllers. We having all these plane wrecks. You down at the Department of Treasury doing Lord knows what. Don't want to let nobody in. You go down to the CDC. What are you going down there for? You're in the military. You find top generals. You find all these government workers, all these air traffic controllers, all these people in the auto industry losing their job. All these things is going on. And you putting all these tariffs on all these different countries. What are you doing for the American people? It seems to me like you just taking everything away that everybody had, that everybody could depend on. So basically, you saying when there is no programs for these people to go to when it really the kitchen really get hot out here because it's about to get hot. It's already hot, but it's about to get real hot, and these people ain't gonna have nowhere to go. We already got enough homeless people in our country. There's no way in the world that near American should even be homeless. So just on the real on the real deal for real, man, I don't see what you're doing to do nothing to help the country or the people. Hey, that's my say, y'all. Much love, man. You know, I don't like what's going on, bro. But hey, man, it is what it is, man. I just want y'all to know, family, save y'all's paper, man. Save your paper, man. Don't be one of these people that run out of paper by doing too much. Slow your roll. Pivot. You know, reevaluate some things to make sure that you and your family's cool. It's AK International, man. Much love. I'm out.